Hey guys, it's CalmBee. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Rec Room Studio's latest feature, which is the ability to anchor a UI canvas. It's super exciting. Before I get into the video though, if you don't already know, I just got verified in Rec Room, so I'm super excited. You could go click on my profile if you find my video tutorials helpful and hit that support button, or just use my code, which is CalmBee, which I'll have in the description of this video. But without further ado, let's jump into Rec Room Studio. Alright, so here I am in an empty room that I've set up for my tutorial. I'm going to go hit the plus sign and add a UI raw image, and that's going to create the canvas. I'll also want to adjust the size of the canvas. Well, first to adjust the size, we just need to change it from screen space overlay to world space, and that will make it so it doesn't take up the entirety of your screen. Let's change this to a 10 by 10 canvas. We'll add an image. It doesn't really matter what image we select for now, as long as it just shows that we have some sort of menu set up. And all right, so we have our simple menu, and I'm actually going to scale this down a bit more. There we go. All right, so let's just pretend that's our really fancy canvas. Let's drag it into our maker pen objects, and this will convert it to a studio prop. Alright, now that we have a studio prop, let's open the prefab. Alright, now that we are in our prefab, let's go ahead and under raw image, we're going to create another UI element, and this time it will be a Text Mesh Pro. We'll want to scale this down a bit, and it's just, let's change the text under it, and it will say full screen. And then we'll also, under the button, we'll want to create an event that's on click. On click, we want to take the element, the Rec Room object, and send a circuit event, and it will be called full screen execution. We'll also, let's duplicate this button, drag it down, and this button, the next button will be to exit the full screen. So I'll just say exit full, and again we'll want to have the same circuit event, but let's just change it to say exit full screen execution. Alright, so we have our two on click events set up. So the first one will be to change this menu into full screen. The second one will be to exit out. All right, so we just need to add a few more components. So under the parent object, let's go ahead and add the Rec Room Studio Canvas Interaction script. And you want to make sure that it says can be anchored. If you don't have that, then you won't be able to go into full screen mode. There's two types of anchor attachments. The first is frame screens canvas, and that will take up your screen, but you could still have the ability to use your watch menu, and that would be honestly most useful for most situations. And then you also have anchor canvas as menu. If you have this selected, you won't be able to use your watch when this pops up, but it is good for maybe some smaller menu applications. So for now, I'll just keep it as frame screens canvas. Let's go ahead and create two studio functions. The first one, you guessed it, is going to be full screen. I call it full screen function. And what it's going to do is it's going to take our canvas and it's going to anchor it. So can be anchored, and we'll want to, here we go, under methods, anchor canvas. There you go. Then we'll add another studio function, and this one will be exit full screen function. And again, just take your parent object, drag it in, and go to Rec Room Studio Canvas Interaction, and this time we're going to hit Detach Canvas. So we have our anchor and we have our detachment. All right, so the last thing we need to do before we test the subroom, we already have our canvas interaction on our parent object. Let's go ahead, click on both buttons. We also want to add the Rec Room canvas interaction, and we want to make sure it's interactable, because if it's not, then we won't be able to click on the buttons, and that would be a problem. So now that we have that all updated, let's hit Update Object Board, and then let's go ahead and test our subroom. Okay, so here we are in our empty room with just the menu that we created. Let's go ahead and move out the circuit board so we can make some adjustments and get this up and running. So first I'm just going to turn it around. There we go. All right, we'll put that down there so it doesn't we don't have a problem with our clicking. Let's add a studio function. Now, actually, we're going to add two studio functions. One for the attach, one for the detach. Let's add those in. All right, let's disconnect for now. Yes, we do want the yellow to be connected to our studio object. And let's change the function. The first one is going to be full screen, and the second one will be the exit full screen. There we go. And when do we want it to go full screen? We want it to go full screen when we press the full screen click. We want to exit full screen when we have the exit click. All right, so I hit the full screen, and as you can see, it took up my whole screen. Now there's a few ways to exit the full screen. One would be to exit full, and that'll bring me back into just the regular mode, but you could also click out of it, or you could hit just the escape on your whatever platform you're playing on. Just note that this does not yet work in VR, so this new component, it really only works on like screen or maybe mobile mode. But it is kind of cool to have the full screen, and you know, it makes it look more official, especially if you're playing on like a PC or another platform. All right, if this video did help you out, please hit that support button. Please like and sub to the channel, and hope to see you guys in some future tutorials. If you have any suggestions, also leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.